àǹfẹ̀lẹ́ àfin kí yín káàbọ̀ sórí ètò wa ètò yín tá a pè ní Voice of the Farmer ní ìkànnì Lasu Radio. ẹ rí i pé kò sí nǹkan tá a fẹ́ ṣe sí oúnjẹ, ó ṣe kókó, ó ṣe pàtàkì torí pé láìsí oúnjẹ má jẹun parọ́ tẹ̀yìn gbogbo ló gbẹ tán ni. ló jẹ́ ká sọ wípé no farmer, no food, no food, no nation, no life at all. Tí ó bá tiẹ̀ ti ságbẹ̀ kò sí nǹkan tá à ń pè láyé. mo ń kí yín káàbọ̀ sórí ètò wa ètò yín tá a pè ní Voice of the Farmer, ohùn àwọn àgbẹ̀ ní ìkànnì Lasu Radio 95.7 FM. Olúmídé Afeez lórúkọ tèmi o. Olúmídé Afeez èmi mo jẹ́ atọ́kùn lórí ètò tá a pè ní Voice of the Farmer ní ìkànnì yìí níbi tá a ti máa ń gbé ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ mọ́ àwọn àgbẹ̀ tá a ti máa ń gbé yẹ̀wò lórí ìkànnì yìí. tá a bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa kí làwọn àṣeyọrí àwọn àgbẹ̀, kí làwọn kùdìẹ̀kudiẹ, kí làwọn ìdojúkọ tí wọ́n ń dojúkọ, tá a bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ ọ̀la máa ń gbé yẹ̀wò lórí ètò yìí tá a pè ní Voice of the Farmer. Lónìí àní ṣe lọ́nà kò ní yàtọ̀ rárá torí pé a fẹ́ ṣe lọ́nà àrà lẹ́nìí ni nǹkan tó má gbìyànjú la fẹ́ gbéyẹ̀wò lónìí lórí ètò ètò yìí tá a pè ní Voice of the Farmer. tẹ́ bá gbọ́ orin tá à ń gbọ́ wọ́n ní kébi má bàa pa wá kíyà má bàa jẹ wá, a gbọ́dọ̀ máa ṣiṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ torí pé iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ ó ṣe kókó, ó ṣe pàtàkì. Èmi àti máa sọ wípé if you eat today, thank God and thank farmer, because no farmer, no food, no food, no life, and no life, no nation. ẹ rí i pé nínú kúlù pẹ̀lú ìgbà mo ti ní àlejò tó fẹ́ bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ lónìí tá a fẹ́ sọ nípa nǹkan gbòógì, tá a máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀, tá a máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa àwọn nǹkan kan gbòógì tó jọmọ́ iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ gangan la fẹ́ gbéyàwó lónìí lórí ètò ìtòrí tá a pè ní Voice of the Farmer. fẹ́yìn tẹ́ ń gbọ́ wa nílé tẹ́ ń pẹ́ tẹ́ fẹ́ pò wá sórí ètò àáfi nọ́mbà síta láìpẹ́ torí pé mo lẹ́bùn kékeré kan tí mo fẹ́ fẹ̀yìn èèyàn wa torí pé ẹ̀rí pé tá a bá wojú ọjọ́ rí pé òrùn yẹn pọ̀ púpọ̀ torí pé kémi gan tó dénú stúdíò lé ní báyìí òrùn yẹn ó pa mí díẹ̀. mo á wò pé kí ni mo lè fún àwọn àgbẹ̀ wa tó ń bẹ níta bí kí a lè fún wọn láti ẹ̀ ti fi ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́. ẹ̀bùn bẹ́ẹ̀ bíbà tá a fẹ́ fún yín láti fi ràn ẹ̀yin tá a jágbẹ̀ láti fi ràn yín lọ́wọ́. lónìí kí la fẹ́ gbéyẹ̀wò lórí ètò wa ètò yín tá a pè ní Voice of the Farmer, ohùn àwọn àgbẹ̀. ẹ rí i pé nígbà táwa ti wà kékeré a máa ń ṣe nǹkan kan tá a bá mu omi inú kinní kan wọ́n á ní pé tó bá ti mú òní mọ̀wé pé orí yẹn máa dọ́ta ni, àṣerọ́ nípa fún wa ń gbà yẹn. kí la fẹ́ gbéyẹ̀wò lónìí? àgbọn táwọn olóyìnbó ń pè ní coconut la fẹ́ gbéyẹ̀wò lónìí. Yes, if you are just listening to us live there, my name is Garuba Afeez Olumide. I am your host on this show that we call Voice of the Farmer. You know, I will do it on Voice of the Farmer. We talk about different things in agriculture, challenges and success stories in agriculture. And today we'll be talking about different things that is in the sector of agriculture. Today I'll be talking about coconut. You know, some of us think coconut is just coconut, but I'm telling you, it is not just coconut. There is more to coconut. Today I have with me in the studio one of the let me say the member of Laskoda. We are supposed to have the general manager, that is Mr. John Olakulehin, but you know they are trying to see how they can fight food insecurity in the nation, and that is why he cannot be with us in the studio. But definitely I know he said a capable and that is going to be discussing with us what are the economic value, how can coconut contribute the local economic development in our country. Thank you.
Please can you come forward, sir? Thank you. And please make your exit. Yes. So when you come, can I talk? When you come back now, I'm not going to be fading in and out. You're just going to have conversations.
Now, you know, or listening to that music, you definitely sound a good. Yes, that is a good music. You know, we are talking about coconut. Coconut is mainly known for Badagry people. You know, people that stay in Badagry. And I want to acknowledge the person that sang that song. That is Daddy Saz. Definitely is an engineer of Badagry and is trying to promote Badagry as well. You know, when it comes to coconut, Badagry is a coastal line area. So coconut is what you know. But like they say, Oriabi Agbo Badagry. That means you're talking about coconut in Badagry. You know, coconut is not just coconut. Like coconut that we just eat. No, there's a lot to coconut. It has many economic value. We have business opportunities in coconut as well. And today we'll be talking about what are the roles that coconut can play in our economic value. You know, now some of us think coconut can just be for eating. Let's just eat coconut. Let's just drink water. I'm telling you, there's more to it. Fáfáni ẹ̀yin tí ẹ gbọ́ èdè òyìnbó dáadáa, ẹ jẹ́ kí n ṣàlàyé fún nǹkan tí mo sọ síwájú. Mo ní pé àgbọn ẹnìkẹta bá wò dáadáa, àgbọn nǹkan tá a máa gbọ́n sí ni pé ká kàn jí àgbọn, ká yọ àgbọn, ká jí àgbọn, ká lomi inú àgbọn àbí ká fi ṣàgbo ni. Mo fẹ́ sọ fún yín pé nǹkan tá à ń fi àgbọn ṣe ó ju ká kàn jí àgbọn lásán lọ, torí pé àgbọn gangan fúnra rẹ̀ ó ní nǹkan tó ń dá sí ọrọ̀ ajé orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Ìyẹn la fi wá gbé àwọn akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ wa tá a bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa LASCODA, that is Lagos State Coconut Authority Development Authority. Àwọn ni wọ́n wà nípa ọ̀rọ̀ àgbọn. Ẹ̀dẹ̀kẹ́ bí àgbọn ṣe pàtàkì tó náà jẹ́ ká wá ní àjọ kan tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa àgbọn. Ẹ̀dẹ̀kẹ́ kò ṣe kó bóyá àgbọn lásán. It is not just coconut, there is more to coconut. So let me go to my guest and have a conversation with him. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Chief Host.
Well done, sir. Welcome to this show. I know you are representing Mr. John Olakulehin, which is the general manager for LASCODA. They are trying to see how they can fight food insecurity in the nation, and that is why he cannot be here in the studio yet. And I know you are capable. And so, please, kindly introduce yourself to us, sir.
Well, my name is Tunji Amzat. I'm the head of planning, monitoring and evaluation, Lagos State Coconut Development Authority, and at the instance of the general manager, Prince John Olakulehin, who is unavoidably absent.
Thank you very much, sir. But before I go into the question, let me just ask this question. This program is mainly for farmers. We are talking about real farmers, not office farmers. Now, let me ask the question, sir. Are you a farmer, sir?
Of course, I'm a farmer.
What do you farm, sir?
Well, I'm a coconut expert.
Okay.
Over 20 years.
Coconut expert for over 20 years. That shows you have a coconut farm as well.
Yes,
that's
course.
A very good one. Definitely, we should not be assuming maybe we are just moving away from our aim and objective on this show. We are saying we are working with farmers. That is the real farmers. Go. Now, let us go to coconut, sir. Some of us believe coconut is just coconut, like agbon. Outside we call it kwakwa. Yes, that is what they call it. And Yoruba we say agbon. I think in Badagry we call it agbonke. Yes, that is what we call it in Badagry. So, sir, in few seconds, or let me say in just few sentences, sir, what can you tell us about coconut? At least just to change our narrative about what coconut is. Like, you as an expert in coconut, sir, what does coconut means to you, sir?
Well, the word coconut means different things to different people.
Okay.
But we in the coconut subsector of agriculture, we know that coconut has meanings other than what we do observe. Well, even from the names, because coconut has different names or acronyms. We call it Tree of Life.
Tree of Life.
We call it Tree of Hope. Some do call it Wealth in the Neighborhood. Some do call it Tree of Abundance. So with these names, you can just imagine that there are benefits and opportunities in that particular crop. And I want to say categorically that it is one of the most versatile crops given by nature to man, because none of its parts is wasted, from the leaves to the trunk, to the roots, to the fruit, to the husk, the water, and a host of other parts of the crop called coconut. We have been able to identify over 200 products and byproducts of coconut origin, and each of these products has different values. And I also want to say that perhaps it's because we are in this part of the continent. In Asia, for example, the likes of Philippines, Sri Lanka, India, and a host of others, coconut is the mainstay of their economy, just like crude oil is to Nigeria. So just to tell you that it has myriads of opportunities and products that people can benefit, ranging from environment to health to job creation, as well as wealth creation. So according to one of the writer, he said coconut tree is a whole. Is a whole to feed, is a whole to cloth, and that is a whole to to have a function. And perhaps maybe you don't even know, there is what we call geotextiles now. that is has to do with getting clothing from coconut plants. So just to tell you that the opportunity is, is abound.
Thank you very much, sir. I know if you have that luxury of time, definitely you want to continue talking about coconut, definitely, because you know what coconut is and how what we can get from coconut. I just want us to let our people outside there know that it is not just coconut. Some of us, even myself, before having to study coconut, I think it was just coconut to eat. That is, but now with what you said it is tree of life. That means people can get a living from it. They can get something to live on from it. Probably it creates opportunities, it creates business opportunities, employment opportunities as well. And I think that is a very good one. Now, if I just join us on this show, this is Voice of the Farmer on Lasu 95.7 FM, where we are talking about the role, that is the economic role of coconut in our locality now. Now talking about what are the things that we can get from coconut. According to what he said, our tí a gbọ́ èdè Ìgbò dáadáa, fún àwọn tí ké wíyá ẹ̀yin tẹ́ gbé Ìgbò bíi tèmi báyìí náà ni wọ́n sọ fún wa pé àgbọn igi let's say tree of life, igi ayé ni, and yes, let me just put it in that way, pé igi tó jẹ́ pé ó ní àǹfààní púpọ̀ nínú ni. Yes, tó jẹ́ pé àwọn nǹkan tá àti ẹ̀ lérò wọ́n ní láti bí gbòǹgbò àgbọn, a ní nǹkan tá lè fi ṣe, láti bí bí àwọn igi ewé tó wà lára ẹ̀ ó ní nǹkan tí wọ́n fi ṣe, igi àgbọn gangan ó ní nǹkan tó fi ń ṣe, àgbọn fúnra ẹ̀ ó ní nǹkan, àwọn pàpà àgbọn tá a máa ń yọ yẹn ó ní nǹkan tó fi ń ṣe gangan náà. So yẹn gangan la fi wá gbéyàwó lérò, torí pé kò ṣe ìtàn mọ́. It's not a story again. That definitely in our nation today, something is happening, which is hunger. Yes, everybody is shouting, yes, we are hungry, we are that, we are this, we are that. And definitely, I'm very sure coconut as well can also perform a role when it comes to economic growth in our locality. So now that is why I'll be going back to my guest. Pé kí ni àwọn tá bá sọ̀rọ̀ nípa àwọn ọ̀nà tí àgbọn tó ń gbọ̀ngàn lè gbà láti dá sí ọrọ̀ ajé ilé wa. Ṣé pé gbogbo nǹkan táwọn wò sí gbogbo wa sọ pé kíní kan dọ́là lọ sókè, kíní kan lọ sókè, kò síṣẹ́ ń ta, kò sóúnjẹ ń ta, àmọ́ a ní àgbọn, torí pé àtẹ̀jáde odò wa ní Badagry ń bẹ àgbọn máa ń wù dáadáa ni. Ṣùgbọ́n púpọ̀ nínú àwọn èèyàn àmọ́ ìwúlò tó ń bẹ nínú àgbọn, because some of us are yet to even plant coconut as well. So in just 5 minutes, sir, I think, because this program is just 30 minutes and we have used close to like 15-20 minutes on this show. So I want you to just tell us the economic role of coconut in our locality.
Thank you very much. Coconut is an aged crop. Aged in the sense that it has been, in existence for long. And I want to tell you that looking at the economic potentials of coconuts now is not even the issue. If you cast our mind back, coconut has been one of the economic crops, just like the cocoa and the cola, when Nigeria was purely agrarian, even before the oil boom. If you go back to the history, you understand that this particular crop called coconut, especially from the copra point of view, has competed favorably with the kola nut, cocoa, and some of these agricultural products. And you want to believe that the copra was one of an export product then, and a lot of foreign exchange were earned from it. For example, just to confirm that coconut is or has been part of the economy for long, we want to establish that the first coconut plantation was that was cultivated was done in Badagry as far back as 1870 or thereabout. So with this, people were able to get some of these products. People were gainfully employed. They raked in income to service their living. Wealth was created for the economy, and the issue of export was also promoted. So those opportunities are still very around. So it's our own position is more or less to reactivate those potentials. If, for example, in Lagos State, for example, we have like over 2 million coconut trees. By the time we escalate such to about 10 million, then currently Nigeria is in maybe around maybe 17th or 18th uh, 18th line when it comes to coconut producing nations of the world. By the time we escalate that to about 10 million now, of course, Nigeria will be among what? The first 10 coconut producing countries of the world. And you know what that means. That means there will be increase in production. That is, we have more nuts to be processed into different products, like the cherished coconut oil. Even the issue of non-edible aspect, because basically we have two products. We have the edible and the non-edible. Here we talk of the use of the shell, where the shell alone is enough as a business, is enough as a fortune, where you can produce a lot of things, household articles, like what do you call it? Crafts, art and crafts, and a host of others. It's also a training point. You can organize seminars, you can organize shows with respect to all this. And these, more or less, they are objects of gift. They are souvenirs of international standards because of the quality of the product that those things are being made of. The coconut shell, of course, is has a lot of cellulose. It doesn't go into, when it comes to the issue of what do you call it? These normal ants that do eat furniture and what have you. Termites cannot. Even the coconut wood in itself is one of the strongest wood in the world. Then by the time you diversify, you go into processing of some of these products. After having gotten enough raw materials, then you can go into issue of furniture, the issue of banisters, and a host of other products that we can get. All this will more or less expand the scope of coconut enterprise. You have more hands. People will be gainfully employed. You have more wealth, and of course, the issue of security, will be sustained. So, and the economic, of course, will rise. Then we also reap some things from the export potentials.
Thank you very much, sir. I know what you're trying to tell us is just that there is more to coconut. Coconut is not just what we are thinking of, and you are telling us that even from the wood, from the nuts, from the seed, you can get a lot of things which can bring business opportunities. Now, now before I come back to you, for people that are listening to us outside there, to call in the studio, we have 080 55555957. So I said I have a gift for anybody that called. That is the first caller on this show. So I have a gift for you. If you are a farmer, definitely you will know what climate change is talking about now. The intensity of the sun is somehow high. So we have something to cover your head for you, at least just to reduce that intensity. So that is just it from Voice of the Farmer show on this radio station. So just call 080 55555957. So now we'll be talking about what are the things we can get from coconut. Myself, I know a lot that you can get from coconut. Some of us that were listening to us out there, we think it's just coconut chips. No, it's more than that. You think it's just coconut oil, coconut water. I was at the agro fresh food on Saturday, which was at Mushin. I saw a woman selling coconut water. Sir, coconut water, 1,000 naira. In that just regular water, she's selling it at 1,000 naira. Before I left that she sold everything. I was like, they said this water is not good for our health when we were younger then, but now people are buying it now. That shows this coconut can generate income for us as well. So now I want you to go into the value chains of coconuts. What are the things? Kí làwọn nǹkan tá lè rí lára àgbọn. Ẹ get pé okay, àwọn àgbọn, tá bá sọ nípa àgbọn o, igi àgbọn a lè fi ṣe báyìí. Àpapọ̀ àgbọn a lè fi ṣe báyìí, àgbọn gọ́gọ́ fúnra rẹ̀ a lè fi ṣe báyìí fún àǹfààní àwọn tó ń wò wá nílé tó ń gbọ́ wá nílé, káwọn náà lè mọ̀ pé àgbọn ju nǹkan tá à ń lérò lọ, kó pé ẹlòmíràn rẹ pé ó nígi àgbọn nílé ẹ̀ àbólẹ́ ó níbi tó ti lè ra àgbọn tó dẹ̀ mọ̀ wípé òun lè fi àgbọn rí owó. Because what we need now in this country is what are the source of income. Now we are shouting there is no employment. Some of our youth are saying we don't have job, we are looking for white collar job. Yes, nobody is saying you should not look for white collar job, but now agriculture is a business that you can do, that it doesn't even affect anything you are doing. Even as a civil servant, I know government even allow them to do agriculture with what they are doing. Am I lying, sir? So that means that means you need to do a lot when it comes to agriculture, and we have different sectors. Àwọn ọ̀nà tá a sọ nípa àwọn àgbẹ̀ a ní àgbẹ̀ oríṣiríṣi. Ìkọlà múyẹ̀wò lé ní nípa àwọn àgbẹ̀ tó ń gbin àgbọn, àwọn àgbẹ̀ tó ń gbàgbọn làásọ̀ lé lórí lẹ́nu. So you can also start something from that sector as well. So I want you to talk to us about what are the things we can get from this coconut that you're talking about, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. Like I said initially, we have identified over 200 products and byproducts. Products is that products that are directly from coconut, and the byproducts are those that are intermediate that can be utilized to get other products. So ranging from furniture to luminaries, to just name it. But I just want to mention this. There's what we call the coconut meat, and that is the edible part. That is common. That edible part, okay, is we call it coconut meat. And if it is dried to about 10 to 12% moisture content, is now called a copra. So that particular meat can be used for gurundi, chuk chuk. The issue of it is where you can get your coconut oil, desiccated coconut. Also, you have what we call copra cake, toothpick, jam, coconut milk, and the rest. Then, before I go further, I want to emphasize that of all the known what do you call it?
Products.
Crops.
Okay.
Coconut has the highest amount of manganese. And if you check the importance of manganese in the biological services of man, then you understand what we are saying. Then the issue of coconut oil itself. Coconut oil is very, very important. Before I go into that, for those of us that are familiar with people in the Asia, you know that is where we have the highest life expectancy place. Majority of their food is what? About coconut. An average family or household maybe utilizes maybe around 10 to 12 coconuts per day, ranging from the food, the edible, the swallow, even the drinks. Just to tell you that this is naturally a good source of food. Then from the coconut oil itself, after getting it from that copra, we can also have something like the industrial oil.
Okay.
We can have cooking oil, we can have massage oil, we have fuel extender, illuminants, and a host of others. In fact, generally, I want to believe that most of these cosmetic products now, they have some level of coconut in terms of additive. Then the pit itself, which is the what do you call it? We call it the trunk. Okay. People get what we call the toddy or pickle there. The coconut shell is very, very excellent. You can get activated charcoal. You can have briquette. You can have lamp head, charcoal, pothole, tray, and all these furnitures and what have you from that coconut shell. Bangles. You can have pen holders. You can have lamp holders. Even the common chandelier. I have some pictures, if that I can show you or refer you to people. They do this normal local chandelier with coconut shell. Then the leaves for bags, for mats, for brooms, slippers, toothpicks, and a host of others. Then from the root is medicinal also, and of course it is used as a mulching material. And more importantly, you can get what we call the dye. It's a dye stuff, that particular root. Then the coir dust. Yes, the coir dust is after grinding the coconut husk. Okay. You have the dust, you have the coir. So the dust is an excellent rooting medium where you can plant your choice vegetables. It is a very good alternative. It's very good alternative to topsoil. We need to search for topsoil and this and that. So even those people growing vegetables and some of these products, they can easily utilize that particular dust. And more importantly, it has ability to absorb water or hold water maybe about 7 times more than the normal soil. So they use it in greenhouses. And of course, in Nigeria, nobody is more or less doing that. It's being imported, and that's why this gov is using it for now. Then the shell, like I said, is very, very good. You can use it for tray, for charcoal and the rest. Then you have the shell powder too, buttons. Then the wood itself, is one of the excellent wood, the trunk. So it's a whole lot.
Yes, thank you very much, sir. I know you have a lot to say when it comes to coconut and what we can get from coconut. And just to let you, to to buttress your point, you are talking about cocoa peat now. You know, it is something that you can use as a medium when you are talking about planting vegetable, which is something that is very, very good. It is especially used in the greenhouse as well, especially when you are using the seed tray. Now, you know, we have just few minutes, just less than 2 minutes now on the show, and I think we need to call for sponsorship on this show, where we want to extend the time that we have on the show. So if you want to sponsor this program, just call 08055555957. Definitely they are going to refer you to the right quarters when it comes to sponsorship on this program. Now, you know, we've spoke about what coconut is all about, and at least you've seen the business opportunities and what we can get from it as well. You know, I think we have lots of time to talk about these things. You know, this can generate jobs, it can generate income for you as a youth. You know, one of the things we are trying to achieve on this program is that we want our youth to come into agriculture. It is not that dirty job that you think agriculture is. It is more than that dirty job. There is something you need to come and opportunity that you need to come and harness in agriculture as well. So please, if you just listen to this program, you know, we can get a lot of things from coconut. You can even be in another value chain in coconut as well, probably the processor, or you can be in the logistic aspect as well, or probably supply and demand. There are people that need coconut. Yeah, I'm giving you business opportunities now. Now, as I'm talking to you now, I have people that are asking for me from me that can they get tons of coconut? Can I supply it to them? You know, as a youth out there, what you just need is just connect to someone, to connect to someone, to connect to someone. Then you have a job already without waiting for white collar job. So on this show today, we talk about the business opportunities in the coconut and how it can contribute to our economic growth. So you know, we have talked about the business opportunities, what you can get from coconut. We are talking about coconut husk, coconut powder. We are talking about coconut oil as well. So I'll be rounding up on the show today because I just have few seconds just to round up on this show today. My name is Garuba Afizolumide. Till I come your way next time, I think nobody calling on the program, they don't want to collect my art. So probably next week we are going to be giving out the gift to the caller. Thank you very much. Till I come your way next time, I say bye bye and God bless.
Well done, sir. I said well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Usually your time is you're supposed to wrap up at like 55 minutes.
Okay.
At the 55 minutes. So we could just even give you like,
check.
yeah.